Back. You're still with us here on the C Morning Show. We're at the halfway point of our show, leading us to our morning discussion. Now, let's talk a little bit about life. Yes, it might seem like a heavy discussion and a little bit relevant for the month of Ramadan, as in Islam, like in many other religions, God does not necessarily give trials to people that are beyond their capacity. And in addition, problems must also have solutions, but it also sometimes needs to be aided with maximum effort. And in some other cases, we can say that there are many out there with physical limitations due to hereditary reasons or even accidents. And this includes locomotor disability, where there are solutions now available to aid those that are affected.
Yes, prosthetic legs, the first time wearing and of course for those who were the first time wearing the prosthetic leg may be uncomfortable for some, but it will help them with their daily life. So right here, particularly in Indonesia, we have a company that produced prosthetic legs with Prosthetic and Orthotics International Standard. And joining us with the founder of the company, Dare.id, Cokisela Christian Tobing. Good morning, Bang Choki. Thank you so much for being here with us.
Morning.
Good morning. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you for having me. Thank you.
Before we get into all of this, what's the difference between prosthetics and orthotics?
Okay, so prosthetic is a device to replace limb who got amputated.
A missing limb, basically.
Yeah, missing limb.
Okay.
But orthotic is usually because of have a defect or have motor problems.
So the person still has the limb,
Yes,
but is unable
yes,
to fully
yes,
function.
right.
Okay, all right.
And
So,
that's the orthotic?
orthotics.
Orthotics,
yeah.
okay. So now we're going to talk about Bang Choki right now, about
Yes.
your ID first,
Yes.
right? So you're providing prosthetic legs, you are selling it, it can be purchased, you're also working together with hospitals
Right.
and also medical places, but you can also provide these prosthetic legs for free. Can you share with us?
Yes. So actually, we make a prosthetic. We are a company who make a prosthetic and orthotic, but the market itself, not only the patient from hospital, but also we realize that in the society there's so many people who cannot afford prosthetic
Yes.
because prosthetic is really expensive.
Yeah, that's the common knowledge, right?
Right.
Everybody knows,
Right.
thinks that it's really expensive to get prosthetic.
So that's why we also share this for people who unfortunately cannot afford the
Yeah.
prosthetic. Right.
Yeah.
Okay, so is there a way that that you're working with perhaps large corporations or governments in order to help provide this for those that are unable to pay for it fully themselves?
Yeah, in the beginning that we covered it by ourselves,
Wow.
by our company, but along the way that many some company attracts to us like Permata Bank, CSR.
Oh, wow.
Right.
If I may mention.
Sure,
Yes.
of course.
And also there's a work group 72 Dutch community who also support us in providing this prosthetic and orthotic.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
That must really come in handy then.
Yes, definitely. And of course, we learned that it's not an easy pass right here when you overcome them, but you also even receive a full scholarship in college. So we're going to talk about you just a little bit, about your history.
Your journey.
And how did Dare.id come about?
Yeah.
Bang Choki.
Yeah, so in 2009, I got scholarship. So yeah, it's actually at that time I think it's an exit way out from a dark past, like because I got dropped out from a previous university,
Okay.
and then I got some opportunity to learn about this prosthetic and orthotic. At the time, I actually, what is that? The prosthetic? It's really confusing and it's difficult to pronounce. But
And you didn't, and obviously then you didn't have like a background. You didn't start off thinking, well, I'm going to go to medical
No.
school. I
Yeah.
didn't- Okay, that's
no,
interesting.
yeah. That at the time, so this is my new opportunity. But right now, I realize that this is some calling.
Yeah.
This is not coincidence happen like this.
Yeah. It's like your dark past has silver lining.
Yeah.
That's
That's
it.
it.
This was actually the way it's
That's
supposed to be.
right.
So let's talk a little bit about the needs of those that actually need things like orthotics or prosthetics in Indonesia. How many people out there are there in need of these sort of?
Okay, so if we talk about statistic from WHO, like 10% of people in development country is people with disability.
Okay.
Yeah, so it means like around 25 million
Yeah,
people.
right.
27 million is people with disability, but it also divided into hearing disability.
Okay.
Yeah, but in real situation that
Yeah.
actually there's a lot. I came to a village. Most of them are leprosy patient, and most of them got amputated.
So it's not necessarily from birth defects. A lot of this is happening
Yes.
later on
yes.
in their life.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because of diabetic, because of crash accident.
Accidents.
Right.
Yes, exactly. Tumor and leprosy. Yeah, there's a lot of.
And definitely, I think it's more difficult because people, when you were born, normal, and blessings,
Yeah.
but when you have these kind of situation that happens mentally, it's going to
And then you
affect
have to
them very
adjust
much.
everything. Your whole life changes, right?
Yes,
Right,
and
right.
yet alone after that, they have to try and to use their prosthetic legs. And that takes also a time. How long does it usually someone would be adapt
Right.
wearing a prosthetic legs?
Yeah, correct, exactly. It's more easier if people got disability from birth.
Right.
Yeah, because
they're
they
already
already
learned to
accept-
deal with it.
Yes.
Right, learn. Yeah, I met a lot of patients who still cannot deal because when I provide the prosthesis that they still cannot use it because
Yeah.
he or her herself like it's not me like
It's because they haven't fully accepted the fact that they have to live without a limb, right?
Yeah, that's
and
the thing.
understandably, it's not just a physical adjustment; it's mostly a mental adjustment as well.
Right.
Now, let's talk about some of the prosthetics that you did bring some examples into the studio.
Yes.
Before we look at them individually, these are of international standard.
Right.
What is international standard when it comes
Okay.
to prosthetics?
So the international standard actually it's a process. It's not only doing some measurement with band measurement.
Right.
We have to take casts. We have to assess first what kind of prosthetic actually the patient need. Is it for heavy duty, for work, or what kind of
surface?
situation should
Yeah.
face on the
environment.
house.
It's all situational, though,
Yes,
depending
right.
on their lives.
Yeah, working in office or working in
Right.
as a farmer,
Right.
something like that. That's really important for us to prescribe what kind of prosthesis that the patient need.
Okay.
So after that, after we done the assessment, we go to take cast, take measurement. Not only measurement, but we also making clay. Yeah, using bandage or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah. So we do rectification in which part that we need to take out or to adding. So actually the prosthesis or device that we made is custom made.
Okay.
It's specifically needed for the patient.
No two prosthetics are the
Adjusted.
same, right?
No,
Okay.
never.
I thought it
never.
was. I
No,
thought it was.
yeah,
I didn't
yeah.
know.
Everyone has to be
Okay.
different because people are different
Yeah.
weight, different
Yeah.
heights,
Yes.
right? And they have to match. If they have one leg and not
Right.
the other, they have to perfectly
Different.
match as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah.
Like, do you mind if I
Please.
want to have? I've never actually looked at a
How
prosthetic leg
heavy
before.
is it?
There's two different ones here, by the way. This
Right.
one is more similar to a full actual leg, and that one is a little different. I see. Like, can you
Right.
tell us the differences?
Yeah, okay. Actually, inside that is like this.
Oh, this is a breakdown.
The-
Oh, that's what it looks like on the
yeah,
inside.
Yeah, this is looks on the inside. It's the international standard actually look like this.
Okay.
Because we have the foot, we have the pylon,
Yeah.
and we have the socket.
Okay.
So what we make is the socket. Yeah. So we measure, and when we process all the socket, after that we connect with the whole components, and also we do some alignment. We try first doing some fitting, like the height is already the same or
Is
not.
it okay? Oh, so you have to do it's like fittings, right? When
Right,
you have
exactly,
to,
yeah,
when you have
yeah,
to
the
customize
fitting.
clothes, you have
That's
to
right.
go for a few
Yeah.
fittings. It's not
Right.
just one time.
That's right.
Right.
Especially for this.
Yeah, this is
going
going to
to
be
be
a
a
little bit
part of
more
your
important than a
body.
dress.
Yeah. Is it, kids are also eligible
Of
for
course.
prosthetic legs?
Of course.
Okay.
This is an example of a child orthotics, right?
Orthotic, right?
This is cute and also sad at the same time because a child will have to wear this, but there you
Yeah.
go, like you can make them like this small. This is an example of an orthotics. How long would an entire process take for somebody that needs a new prosthetic leg, going through the process of the measurements and the fittings and finally getting it right? How long does it usually take?
Usually in our procedure is 10 days
Okay.
from start to fitting.
Okay.
So we take class after that. 10 days after 10 days work, we go to meet again to do some fitting.
And with the advent of technology, because prosthetics legs have been around for a long time, but obviously technology and materials,
Right.
in the way you design and produce things, has it helped to kind of compress the costs of these things a little bit? Because we do know it used to be very expensive, but I'm sure it's still quite costly to make
Right,
these days.
right. Yeah, actually this is already, I can say the technology is already mature. I know that we try to do some 3D printing.
Yes,
Yes.
correct.
But 3D printing itself still cannot reliable because we need.
Why is that?
Because 3D printing is not as rigid as this kind of material, right? While people have to feel secure,
Right.
The feeling secure is really important.
Okay.
And if it's bending,
Yes.
it's easy to bending. People, what is
They'll
this?
feel
Something.
wobbly. Okay, they won't feel secure.
The feeling secure itself. So people still try to make a new invention, but until up to date, this is still the best.
most effective.
Yeah, the most effective way.
Bang Jogi, I have a question in regards to durability and also sustainability. Usually when one has a prosthetic leg,
Yeah.
how many years does it gonna long for? Like, do they need to make one in like 10 years, or
Right.
you can use this for the rest of your lives?
Right.
And also, how long does it take for one to really feel comfortable? I mean,
used to
one
it,
will be
right?
different,
Yes.
right?
Right.
Because again, physically, mentally, why
Right,
not?
right.
But usually,
Right, right.
in a range of
Okay.
time.
So usually the one who get easily to replace is this part.
Okay.
Yeah, because this part is the one who from rubber. Yeah, and it get impact mostly, and but this part is not easy to broke. Yeah, so usually this part is 1 year. 1 year,
Okay.
1 year will be.
Because you're constantly having
Yes.
like impact and friction
Right,
and
right,
that sort.
exactly.
Okay.
But it depends as well. Like if it's children, of course, I have to replace it 1 year whole of the.
Because they're more
prosthetic.
active.
Because they grow.
Yeah.
because they
and
grow.
Because they're growing. That's
Yeah.
right, they're getting taller.
Because
That's
they-
right.
Yeah, and if I make this and I give it to someone who eager, who have spirit,
Yeah.
I make this, and then suddenly he can run. You know,
Oh.
yeah. It's so this is just a tool.
That's
It depends on the person.
Okay.
Yeah.
You can only bring them to that point, and
Yeah.
then the rest
Yes.
is up to them.
Yes.
What is the in the cases that, I mean, you've seen many cases of those that have added prosthetics to their legs or a missing limb. How has it changed their lives? Are they able to get at least, how close can they get to the quality of life that they would have had if they had their full limb in the cases that you've seen?
Oh, the impact is really huge. I think because from someone I provide prosthetic to a girl who got amputated both legs, and then he have to crawling, and she don't even have confidence to meet. To go to school to meet friends before I provide the prosthetic. After that, it's like just normal day for her.
Yeah.
Just like
Yeah.
all her
So it's for her. Of course, prosthetic is so essential.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A life changer. Yeah, it's a life blessing.
So I think this is really important for some people.
Yes, definitely.
Agree.
Is. And especially you were mentioning before earlier in our discussion that you also give free prosthetic leg or for those that is underprivileged. How can one attain that? Is there any certain regulations for them?
Qualification-wise,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, how does one qualify for that?
actually there's no procedure or difficult bureaucracy. Like usually people just contact me at the social media,
Okay.
and then if I inform to them that I only provide for poor. I mean like. Economical background is not
Yes.
really okay.
Sure.
And also productive ages.
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah, because
Makes sense.
it's really we don't have a lot of resources. We want to support that people who's I want this become useful. Yeah, because I think we can give the best way to give is for them. I think.
Absolutely agree. And obviously, this is still a business, so you may be able to offset some of these donations that you give by those that can afford it to
Right.
buy. So for those who can afford it, what is the price range normally that you would charge for a prosthetic leg, for a prosthetic limb?
In hospital, usually the range is a lower limb. We have lower limb amputation and upper limb amputation.
Right.
The lower limb is between 15 million and up to 14 million.
Okay.
And for the upper limb,
Yeah.
we start the prices start from 25 million to up to 60 million.
Okay, because there's a hinge involved, right? Because it's a knee.
yeah, more complicated.
Actually, I would have thought it was a lot more expensive, to be honest.
Right.
Right?
More than.
Yeah, I would have thought it
Yes,
was a lot more
yeah.
expensive than that.
Yeah.
See,
But
that's what I mean, technology.
You were mentioning donation. Are you also opening donations for those who want to donate and help the others too?
Actually, no.
Okay.
We only we don't take money from public like
Okay.
like crowdfunding. No, we don't. Yeah, we cooperate only.
Wow,
with,
you really stand alone.
Yeah.
Stand-alone business.
not
Amazing.
really alone, but we cooperate with once again with
Stakeholders.
Permata. Yeah, our
Yes, you're not. You have stakeholders,
Yeah,
but you
yeah.
don't have like individual investors.
Right.
That's amazing. So
Right.
really good. By the way, you mentioned that people can contact you through social media.
Sure.
Could you share your social media?
Yeah, you can contact me to their ID,
Okay.
their.id or my private, my personal social media at CKTBNG. CKTBNG.
All right.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah.
And of course, it's dare.id. Yes,
Dare.
correct, guys.
Full
make sure
information there.
Yeah, amazing stuff that you're doing, Mang Choki. So we wish you nothing but the best
you.
and
Yes.
continued success in the future as well. Plenty out there, those in need. So we hope you're able to reach as many of them as you can.
I mean,
Thank you
so
for
much.
doing what you do.
Thank you.
making those smile and embrace their days and lives.
What a motivating Monday, Friday. I mean, I love it.
A good way to go to the
Yes.
weekend, right? Sliding to the weekend. All right, folks, we're ready for another commercial break. When we return, we'll bring you the world headlines. Don't go anywhere.